Same ball, very different feel. Grass versus turf. It is an age-old debate in the sport of soccer, and depending on who you...
Change can make a change for local veterans and their families. Help support Wounded Warrior Project by rounding up at Parker's Kitchen, and we will match 25% of your donation.
Live from Augusta, you're watching News 12, first at 4.
New details first at 4 on the alleged kidnapping that happened right here in the CSRA a week ago. I'm Zayna Halliburton. Thank you for watching News 12 first at 4 on Wrdw+. Jonathan Willard is accused of impersonating law enforcement and trying to kidnap a teenage girl out of Aiken County. We spoke with truck driver Anthony Moore, the witness who saw that girl make her escape. And you're looking at that video now behind me. The man that Aiken County investigators said undoubtedly saved her life. Today we're learning more details to where the alleged kidnapper may have been trying to take her, restricted federal property leading to the Savannah River site.
It was a lock with a chain with a lock on the fence around that, like a cattle fence. And he said he had already cut the lock on that fence to take her down there, because it makes sense, because the young lady did say he went in his trunk to get something and went to that fence. So he really did, and then later on I walked over there and looked at it, and he did cut that lock.
And now we have confirmed that the Savannah River site has been down to that very fence to secure the area again. On that day, Moore was able to get a quick look at the suspect. To describe him, he said dirty face, cigarette in his mouth, the back windshield busted out and taped. He left skid marks on the road that you're taking a look at where he drove away, but Moore says he believes God put him in the right place at the right time. Moore tells us that girl has spoken with his wife. He tells us she's slowly coming around. Much more news ahead, but right now we're going to bring in your First Alert meteorologist, Emily Acton, on this Wednesday. Emily, it's been a pretty hot day outside. It's really starting to get that summer feel.
Yes, and it's warm today. We are only warming up from here. So this afternoon, high temperatures have reached the upper 80s, low 90s in spots. So we're reading at 90 degrees right now at Bushfield. Dew points, not terrible, and that's saying a lot just compared to what we will see over the next couple of days. Dew points are in the 60s right now, so humidity relatively low for this time of year. So feels like temperature pretty close to the actual temperature, which is still hot. We're right around 90 again at Bushfield, feeling like 93 over in Martinez. Fort Gordon feeling like 95. Down in Grace Woods, it feels like 100 degrees there. So it is definitely a warm afternoon, but the humidity is going to climb significantly as we go throughout the rest of the week and into our weekend. That's going to make it feel several degrees warmer than the actual temperature. I'll have a look at what we can expect for the rest of the week and your weekend coming up.
Races have been called for South Carolina's primaries. We now know who we'll see on the... Parts of Grovetown are now under a boil water advisory as city officials work to restore a main break. This comes after Newmanton Road closed and some residents were without water for nearly 15 hours. Take a look here at your screen. If you live on any of these roads or areas, you should boil your water for at least 1 full minute before drinking or cooking. City officials say they have a water distribution point set up with a limited supply of bottled water at Liberty Park for those affected. That will be on a first-come, first-served basis. This advisory is in place due to a potential health hazard. Augusta launched a $35 million project to replace every single water meter in the city. That's 75,000 meters in the county. They say this will happen over the next 5 years. Some of those meters, they say, are nearly 90 years old. And officials say as they age, they slow down and stop reading accurately. That costs the city water it never gets paid for.
I mean, I make a payment, and then another bill prints, and I go ahead and pay that too, and I pay more than what they're asking. So this last time, last month, I think it paid $65 total, and they were only asking for like $43. So, I mean, this is how I've been doing all along.
For some residents, the announcement raises a larger question. Will replacing meters actually fix the problem? We'll have more coverage on these plans coming up on News 12 Live at 5. Tomorrow, Augusta Utilities has scheduled a water outage in downtown Augusta. The outage will start at 5 o'clock and last until midnight. This is on Telfair between 4th and 3rd Street and 3rd between Telfair and Green. This is to accommodate infrastructure improvements in the water distribution system. Residents and businesses may have no water for a few hours. McCormick County deputies are asking for your help looking for a missing man. This is 74-year-old Stephen King. He was last seen yesterday walking barefoot on Highway 81 North. They don't know which way he was heading. They say he was in a gray t-shirt, green gym shorts, and he has dementia. If you have any information or see King, call the McCormick County Sheriff's Office. Wilkes County Sheriff's Office posted around 1 o'clock that a school bus was involved in a traffic accident on North Butler Street. They say there are no reported injuries to anyone at this time, including the driver. They didn't say how the accident occurred or where the bus was going. We'll let you know if we receive any new information. Iran and the United States traded strikes last. Inflation jumps above 4%, surging gas and energy prices hitting family budgets just as summer travel takes off. Coming up, what it could mean for your vacation plans.
And looking at the rest of the evening, we are tracking warm conditions through sunset. Then we'll start to cool off into the low 80s by 9 p.m. It's a hot stretch for us here. I'll have a look at what's in store for the next 7 days coming up.
Now, your first alert weather with meteorologist Emily Acton.
Well, if you have outdoor plans this evening, another hot evening in store, but we are looking dry for the rest of our afternoon and into the overnight hours. Plenty of sunshine for us until after sunset. That's when we'll start to cool off into the low 80s and then upper 70s for us. But like I said, we are dry. Most of the southeast is dry as well, and we can expect to see dry conditions for most of our days, but warming up significantly for our afternoons. Check out the feels like temperature as we go throughout the next several days, feeling like the triple digits. And this is something we haven't seen so far this year. Today, feeling like the low 90s. So about a 10-degree temperature difference from the feels like temperature as we go throughout the next several days. Make sure you're taking plenty of breaks and you are staying hydrated. Something else that's going to be a big factor is the humidity. That's what's going to make it feel about 10 degrees, 5 to 10 degrees warmer than what the actual temperature is. So it's going to be a lot harder to sweat, and that's what makes it so unbearable outdoors for the next couple of days. Looking at our forecast in terms of rainfall, we're nice and dry starting off the day tomorrow. An isolated shower possible, but overall looking mostly dry as we go throughout your Thursday. Friday starting off dry, plenty of sunshine. We'll warm up, and then we'll see those afternoon showers start to bubble in. Nothing widespread, and some places will remain completely dry and sunny. Just know those hit or miss showers are possible as we go throughout our Friday. Saturday, same story, starting off dry. Maybe a few hit or miss showers throughout the later afternoon, but better rain chances come into play later in the weekend and into the start of next week. Rainfall totals could really climb for our most western counties. We could see close to 2 inches of rainfall for the over the next 7 days. So it's not all going to come down at once, but as we go later on into the weekend and into the start of next week, those rain chances will start to pick up. About a 40% chance come Sunday. Monday, 30% chance for us. And check out Tuesday, Wednesday next week. We're back in the 80s. I'm excited for that, Zaina.
Okay, I think a lot of people are. Thank you, Emily. A big change is coming for sunscreen later this summer. For the first time in more than 25 years, the U.S. Food and Drug Administration has approved a new sunscreen ingredient. Bimotrizonol has been used in Europe and Asia for decades.
It's a really big deal. This one checks all the boxes. This is going to be the golden child. You know, blocks both UVA and UVB. It's a large molecule, doesn't absorb into the system. It's very safe. It's super effective.
She says this kind of sunscreen doesn't leave a white cast on your skin, and it rarely causes irritation, all while being just as effective. It'll initially be sold in the U.S. under the brand name Parcel Shield beginning August 9th. The annual inflation rate climbed to more than 4%. This is the third straight month the inflation rate has risen. President Trump said today, on today's The Good Side, the crafter of stepping in to finish knitting and quilting projects left behind after loss or illness. How their stitches are helping mend broken hearts and create new connections.
I love that story there. Looking at our temperatures as we go into our Thursday, warming up into the mid-90s. It's going to feel like the triple digits. I'll have a look at how long this summer heat's going to stick around coming up.
He's a good supporter of mine. He's got a great...
As we continue on through the work week and through our weekend, make sure you are prepared for the heat, staying hydrated, taking many breaks if you are outdoors. Car wash forecast, not too bad over the next couple of afternoons. Other than the heat, if you are washing it yourself, it is going to be warm outside, but mostly dry conditions for a greater part of our day. Now, we can't rule out a few isolated showers, maybe a thunderstorm or two for the afternoon hours, but they'll be very minimal where these storms do pop up, and they're not going to last very long. Big warm up for us through the weekend and through the start of next week. But by Tuesday, we'll be back in the upper 80s. I'll have more on your forecast coming up.
You're watching News 12, First at 4. Continues.
Thank you for watching News 12 First at 4 on WRDW+. I'm Zaina Halliburton. We're going to bring in your first alert meteorologist, Emily Acton. Emily, it's been a hot, dry day, and you're saying temperatures are only rising.
Yes, and it's really going to feel like summer here.
Thank you for watching News 12 First at 4 on WRDW+. I'm Zaina Halliburton. We're going to bring in your first alert meteorologist, Emily Acton. Emily, it's been a hot, dry day, and you're saying temperatures are only rising.
Yes, and it's really going to feel like summer here over the next couple of days. I mean, it's hot this afternoon, right around 90 degrees right now, and feeling like 90. So that's the good news. That's not going to be the case as we go throughout the next several days. So current feels like temperature right around 90 for most of us. Some spots are reading a little bit warmer. Martinez reading at 96, 93 at the Georgia Welcome Center down there in Gracewood. They've been reading a little bit warmer than everybody else throughout the day today, but that's going to continue. Seeing those warmer than the actual temperature, the feels like temperature again will be warmer for the next several days, and that's all due to dew points rising. So very humid air. It's going to take a lot for us to cool off, thus making those temperatures feel even warmer outdoors. I'm talking triple digits starting tomorrow afternoon. I'll have a look at what's in store for your weekend and the start of next week coming up.
Thanks, Emily. Election results are in for South. AI chatbots continue to take a more prominent place in the lives of many Americans. While this technology has many benefits, a new report is highlighting a concerning trend. More teens are seeking mental health advice from it. And today's Health Minute, Mandy Gaither explains why this trend could potentially be harmful and how parents can help protect their kids.
It's an emerging technology that's becoming increasingly popular. AI chatbots can help with certain tasks, but they come with concern.
The new models are very powerful. The problem with that is that increases the risk.
Dr. William Lever with Nationwide Children's Hospital says newer AI chatbots are more unpredictable and more engaging than past models. And a new study published in JAMA Pediatrics shows about 1 in 5 of the U.S. ages 12 to 21 reported use of AI chatbots for mental health advice. Among those who sought advice from AI chatbots, nearly 43% did so at least monthly, and about 92% believed the advice was somewhat or very helpful.
It feels like they're being supported. It feels like they're being understood because these models are very good at mimicking human empathy. But in reality, they're just pattern recognition robots.
Lever says when artificial intelligence replaces real help and connection, it can be harmful. He says parents and caregivers need to talk about mental health in the open and do what he calls co-prompting, where you work on these AI interactions alongside your teen to help interpret and verify the information. And he says to set boundaries.
You can let them use the AI with the direct guidance and supervision they need to actually understand what they're dealing with.
For Health Minute, I'm Mandy Gaither.
The Social Security Fund, responsible for monthly payment, a nonprofit in Augusta working to make gold more affordable and accessible to locals, rather golf. Just yesterday, they helped their 50th person start their golf journey. The group helps by donating clubs and other used golf equipment to people who don't have the ability to buy their own. Andrew says the group started out by working mainly with children, but that 50th person they helped was the mom of a daughter who they'd helped not long ago. The mother reached out saying she wanted to try it out after seeing her daughter play.
We tried to eliminate the financial barrier of people getting into the game of golf by getting sets of clubs into people's hands to start their journey.
And they are accepting donations. Andrew says no club is too far gone for them to repair. Clubs, bags, and any equipment you no longer use can be donated to a new golfer. That's awesome. Growing the sport, as we always say here at home. Parents, if you're looking for a way to get your kids on the golf course without breaking the bank, listen up here. Kids between 6 and 18 can get a free membership to Youth on the Course, giving them tee times at thousands of courses across the country for $5 or less. Golf legend Annika Sorenstam is partnering with Bank of America's Golf With Us initiative for the second year, but now they get to play 18 holes. The deadline to sign up is June 15th. You can find the link at youthoncourse.org. During camp, students work, and today, local high school students learned the importance of drones during first responder events at an Augusta Regional Airport summer camp. Teams get to design, build, and fly drones that support emergency response needs. The camp is partnering with Georgia Tech and using their curriculum to teach students from around the CSRA.
And they're coming in and bringing in various backgrounds and coming together and learning how to build a drone, how to fly a drone. And the best part of this camp is it's a first responder drone. So that's why it's important to me is when they plan their missions and how they're going to use their drones, it is based around what first responders would use and how they would do them in the field.
Valentine says they put the students in teams to do everything from building to flying their drones. He says seeing what the students have been able to accomplish in the past 3 days was a refreshing reassurance for the future of that industry. The program ends June 19th when students will showcase their drones. Kyle's Critters was created in honor of Nicole Toodle's son, Kyle, to bring comfort to families facing some of the hardest moments of their lives. The nonprofit provides heartbeat animals, stuffed bears, that hold a recording of loved one's heartbeat, giving families something tangible to hold on to during grief.
It just gave me comfort. It gave me one last piece of my son that I could hold on to. It's comforting. I don't know how else to explain it. It's just something that I can hold on to. I can squeeze that bear. I can listen to his heartbeat.
She says the idea grew after she learned hospitals were running out of the heartbeat animals, and she started raising money to donate more. She says she's looking to partner with more hospitals. All they need to do is reach out. It's completely free, and you can support them. As she says, donations are currently low. So if you would like to provide animals, each one costs just under $20. Coming up, don't get the World Cup hype. Meet Tim Ream, America's man-a-bun, the calm 38-year-old leader anchoring Team USA, why he says, why not us, when it comes to winning it all.
And looking at temperatures for your Thursday, we are warming up into the low 90s, feeling like the triple digits. So stay hydrated. I'll have a look at how long this heat will stick around coming up.
Now, your first alert weather with meteorologist Emily Acton.
Well, we have had a very warm afternoon with temperatures right around that 90-degree mark. So if you have outdoor plans for the rest of the evening, just know it is going to be hot, but we are staying dry for our Wednesday afternoon and throughout our overnight hours. There's a little bit of moisture just off to our north, but again, most of us in the southeast are dry. Drastic difference from what we were seeing just 2 days ago. And we're going to warm up for us really all across the board. But here in the CSRA, we can expect to see those feels like temperatures starting tomorrow, feeling like the triple digits. So make sure you're staying hydrated. Take plenty of breaks if you are working outdoors. This is dangerous heat, and we really haven't been able to warm up to it. So that's what's making this a little bit more in the forefront of our minds. Just that if we see this in July, it's a little bit more normal, but the early June, we're not used to it just yet. And something that's really going to be a driving factor is the higher dew points. That's making it feel muggy outdoors. You're not able to sweat as easily, and that is what's making it, or has that potential to cause those heat-related illnesses. So that's a big driving factor. Again, the moisture in the atmosphere. Starting off the day tomorrow, nice and dry and mostly clear. We'll stay dry throughout the afternoon. with the exception of a few isolated showers, nothing widespread. But during the summer months, we warm up throughout the afternoon and we'll get those pop-up showers almost like clockwork every day. Friday, same story, nice and dry, clear for the first half of the day. Then once we hit around 2-3 p.m., those pop-up showers will start to happen. And they're called pop-up showers because they form very quick, but also dissipate very quick as well, and not really covering a lot of area. So your neighbor might be having a downpour and just 2 doors down, you're nice and dry. That's going to be the nature of these showers as we go throughout the summertime. So this pattern will continue Saturday, dry start to the day, then a few pop-up showers for your afternoon. 7-day rainfall totals, 2 inches potentially for our western counties. We're seeing a surge of moisture from the Gulf, and any of those showers could tap into that and bring us a decent amount of rainfall. Best rain chances, though, will come Sunday and Monday and even into Tuesday of next week. So we'll keep those rain chances in play throughout the start of the week next week. But check it out, Tuesday, we're back in the 80s. I need us to stay in the 80s, and I know that's wishful thinking, but 97 Saturday, not happy about that.
Sure, that it's pretty hot. Some people like summer, some people don't, especially with the humidity mixed in. Whew, it can be brutal. Thanks, Emily. If you drive a Honda Passport, Pilot, Ridgeline, or Acura, listen up. The manufacturer is recalling more than 880,000 cars due to a failure of rear suspension components. This can cause you to lose control of your car, increasing the risk of a crash. Impacted cars include Acura MDX 2014 to 2020, Honda Passport 2019 to 2023, Honda Pilot 2016 to 2022, and a Honda Ridgeline from 2017 to 2023. Consumers should contact their dealership for a repair. The 2026 FIFA World Cup kicks off tomorrow. Breaking news first at 4. A proposed plea agreement for a former Augusta University faculty member was denied. Records say 66-year-old Carl Purdy faces a 3-count indictment for child molestation involving 2 victims under the age of 16. The indictment from November of 2023 says these incidents happened in the summer of 2019. Purdy was also a private music teacher. We aren't sure what that plea deal was exactly, but the district attorney's office says if a new deal is not reached, the case could head to trial. We'll keep an eye on any new updates. Coming up, Atlanta rolls out a new nightlife. Your go-to. Atlanta's World Cup Fan Fest opens tomorrow, and the lineup.
Well, looking at the heat risk for the next several days, we're reaching into that major category. Make sure you are taking those precautions and staying hydrated through the weekend. I'll have a look at what's in store in terms of rain chances coming up.
Foundation repair.
Well, we are warming up throughout the next several afternoons. We'll see the mid and upper 90s for us.